I'm going to stand up because I don't like sitting down, as you all know. And the ones who know me really well know that I don't like talking too much. So get you to do all the work. I'm really going to just literally 2 minutes on what Eat and Meet is and what we do and why we do it, and then get you to do a bit of work, inshallah. Before I tell you about Eat and Meet, I want to say Jazakallah to all of you for coming. Welcome to the Undercroft of St James the Greater Church. It's a fantastic venue with a very, very amazing vicar that we work with and have been working with now for 3 years. Farhana and I even have keys to the church. It's fantastic. But one of the first things that I remember the vicar saying to me all those years ago was, it's great to sit and talk. It's absolutely fantastic to sit and talk. I'm sure you'd all agree on that. But it's only through our actions that we learn about our similarities, and it brings us closer together. And I think this is a great event, but what I'd like to see from it is that we go away and we don't just sit around talking every time we get the opportunity, that we actually have an action, something that we can take away that's of value, and it benefits the community that we live in. Because that's what Eat and Meet is all about. It's about doing something for those who are destitute in Leicester, and it's about helping those who are living in poverty or are homeless. So Eat and Meet, we started 4 years ago. It came out of a one-day event. After that one-day event, which was around supporting anybody who was a refugee, asylum seeker or a homeless person in Leicester, we didn't think that, 4 years later, this is where we would be, where we not only provide a hot meal and refreshments for anybody that's homeless in Leicester every Saturday with a church as our partners, but we look at sort of wider areas of poverty and destitution in the city and do whatever we can to support those who are in need. Everything we do is on a voluntary basis, and everything is from donations from the community. We don't get grant funding, nobody sponsors us to do this work, and alhamdulillah, through the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I'm not joking, I don't know how we've never run out of money, but every time we put out a plea, and we've got one at the moment, alhamdulillah, money does come in, and it allows us to keep doing this work and a lot more besides. There is so much barakah in not just our time, but in the money that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends to us. And alhamdulillah, I think Farhana, you'll agree, in our family time and our friends, we are just so blessed. And I think alhamdulillah, it's through this work that we do that Allah ta'ala has given us so much. So Eat and Meet, inshallah, we are trying to roll it out nationally now to try and get other localities to take part. And it can be about anything to do with destitution. It doesn't have to be around the homeless. We picked up on the homeless issue 4 years ago because there was a gap in service, because there was a need, and also because we had the highest number of rough sleepers in Leicester that's outside of London. Alhamdulillah, through all our hard work with sort of statutory services and other organisations, we've got that number to one of the lowest in the country now, to the extent that over Christmas, the festival, we haven't released this, we're still working on the press release with the City Council, but over the festive period, we managed to get our streets, guess how many rough sleepers we had on the streets over the festive period. I'm so pleased with this. 10, 20, anybody want to guess? Okay, you don't want to guess. Okay, we had zero rough sleepers. Alhamdulillah, that's through all our joint working and the relationships that we've built over the last 4 years, which is an amazing sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Achievement, thank you very much. So that's a bit about Eat and Meet. Alhamdulillah, it's been 4 years and it's just flown by. But really, what I want from today is for us, inshallah, it'd be lovely to meet again and sit and talk, but it'd be really nice if we could actually come up with a project. It doesn't have to be a huge project, it can be a very small project that we sort of take away from today, okay? But before you can do that, before you identify a project, you've got to understand what poverty or destitution or what social action in Leicester needs to look like, or what does it look like. So I've got a few questions for you, and we're gonna split you up into sort of 2 teams, okay? Prizes for the ones who give me all the right answers. Actually, that just means more samosa, that's all it is. But what I want you to think about, and Farhana will lead one team and I'll work with the other one. 3 questions. First of all, what is poverty and destitution, and what do you think that looks like in Leicester? Where do you think the needs are in Leicester? So which group of people do you think we need to support? And then collectively, as different communities, as Muslims, and invite, we might think that we want to invite other faith communities or other groups into this conversation, is what do you think that help is going to look like? How can we help? What can we do? So 3 very easy questions. First of all, what does poverty look like in Leicester? Where do you think the needs are? And what can we do to help? Okay, what time are we on? Sorry. 10 minutes? So you've got 10 minutes, not a lot of time. I'm really sorry about the sort of time restraints that we've got today. But if you could just I've got some flip chart paper there, I've got some flip chart paper there. We've got pens, and you can just write down whatever you think would help. Over to you.